The fourth phase of the Dream of Gerontius. The soul of Gerontius speaks. But hark, upon my sense comes a fierce hubbub, which would make me fear could I be frighted. The angel. We are now arrived close on the judgment court. That sullen howl that you hear is from the demons who assemble there. It is the middle region where of old Satan appeared among the sons of God to cast his jibes and scoffs at holy Job. So now his legions throng the vestibule, hungry and wild to claim their property and gather souls for hell. Hist to their cry. The soul of Gerontius. How sour and how uncouth a dissonance. Demons. Low-born clods of brute earth, they aspire to become gods by a new birth, and an extra grace and a score of merits, as if aught could stand in place of the high thought in the glance of fire of the great spirits, the plovers blessed. The lords by right, the primal owners of the proud dwelling in the realm of light, dispossessed, aside thrust, chucked down by the sheer might of a despot's will, of a tyrant's frown, who after expelling their hosts gave triumphant still, and still unjust. Each forfeit crown to psalm droners and canting groaners, to every slave and pious cheat and crawling knave who licked the dust under his feet. The angel. 'Tis the restless panting of their being, like beasts of prey, who, caged within their bars, in a deep hideous purring have their life, and an incessant pacing to and fro. The demons. The mind bold and independent, the purpose free, so we are told, must not think to have the ascendant. What's a saint? One whose breath doth the air taint before his death. A bundle of bones, which fools adore, ha ha, when life is o'er, which rattle and stink. E'en in the flesh we cry his pardon, no flesh hath he, ha ha. For it hath died, 'tis crucified day by day, afresh, afresh, ha ha, that holy clay, ha ha, and such fudge as priestlings prate is his guerdon, ha ha, before the judge, and pleads and atones for spite and grudge, and bigot mood, and envy and hate, and greed of blood. The soul. How impotent they are, and yet on earth they have repute for wondrous power and skill. And books describe how that the very face of the evil one, if seen, would have a force even to freeze the blood and choke the life of him who saw it. The angel. In thy trial state thou hadst a traitor nestling close at home, co-natural, who, with the powers of hell, was leagued, and of thy senses kept the keys, and to that deadliest foe unlocked thy heart. Therefore is it, in respect of man, those fallen ones show so majestical. But when some child of grace, angel or saint, pure and upright in his integrity and nature, meets the demons on their raid, they scud away as cowards from the fight. Nay, oft hath holy hermit in his cell, yet disburdened of mortality, mocked at their threats and warlike overtures, or, dying, when they swarmed like flies, defied them, and departed to his judge. The demons. Virtue and vice, the knave's pretense, 'tis all the same. Dread of hellfire, of the venomous flame, a coward's plea. Give him his price, saint though he be. From shrewd good sense he'll slave for hire, and does but aspire to the heaven above, with sordid aim, and not for love. The soul of Gerontius. See not those false spirits. Shall I see my dearest master when I reach his throne? Or hear at least his awful judgment word with personal intonation, as I now hear thee, not see thee, angel? Hitherto all has been darkness since I left the earth. Shall I remain thus sight bereft all through my penance time? If so, how comes it then that I have hearing still, and taste, and touch, yet not a glimmer of that princeless sense which binds ideas in one and makes them live? The angel. Nor touch, nor taste, nor hearing hast thou now. Thou livest in a world of signs and types, the presentations of most holy truths, living and strong, which now encompass thee. A disembodied soul, thou hast, by right, no converse with aught else beside thyself. But, lest so stern a solitude should load and break thy being, in mercy are vouchsafed some lower measures of perception, which seem to thee as though through channels brought through ear or nerves or palate which are gone, and thou art wrapped and swathed around in dreams, dreams that are true yet enigmatical, for the belongings of thy present state, save through such symbols, come not home to thee. And thus thou tell'st of space and time and size, of fragrant, solid, bitter, musical, of fire, of refreshment after fire, as, let me use similitude of earth, to aid thee in the knowledge thou dost ask, as ice which blisters may be said to burn. Nor hast thou extension with its parts correlative. Long habit cozens thee, nor power to move thyself, nor limbs to move. Hast thou not heard of those who, after loss of hand or foot, still cried that they had pains in hand or foot, as though they had it still? So is it now with thee, who hast not lost thy hand or foot, but all which made up man. So will it be, until the joyous day of resurrection, when thou wilt regain all thou hast lost, new made and glorified. How even now the consummated saints see God in heaven, I may not explicate. Meanwhile, let it suffice thee to possess such means of converse as are granted thee, though till that beatific vision thou art blind. For in thy purgatory, which comes like fire, is fire without its light. Soul of Gerontius. His will be done. I am not worthy ere to see again the face of day, far less his countenance, who is the very sun. Nathless, in life, when I looked forward to my purgatory, it ever was my solace to believe that ere I plunged amid the avenging flame, I had one sight of him to strengthen me. The angel. Nor rash nor vain is that presentiment. Yes, for one moment thou shalt see thy Lord. Thus will it be. What time thou art arraigned before the dread tribunal, and thy lot is cast forever, should it be to sit on his right hand among his pure elect, then sight, or that which to the soul is sight, as by a lightning flash, will come to thee, and thou shalt see, amid the dark profound, whom thy soul loveth, and would fain approach. One moment, but thou knowest not, my child, what thou dost ask, that sight of the most fair will gladden thee, but it will pierce thee too. The soul of Gerontius. Thou speakest darkly, angel, and an awe falls on me, and a fear lest I be rash. The angel. There was a mortal who is now above in the mid-glory. He, when near to die, was given communion with the crucified, such that the Master's very wounds were stamped upon his flesh, and from the agony which thrilled through body and soul in that embrace, learn that the flame of the everlasting love doth burn ere it transform.